Alright, so I found this pattern that the any of these cubes that go from this corner to this corner have 9, 9, and 9 in them, or if it's 0, 0, and 0, and then it's usually 0 down here, then that's usually something to do with our numbers. Well, it's pretty much all the time. This is actual data from, I believe, the evening draw here, and there's the 3 9s coming down through. Here's the numbers for the pick 3, the numbers for the pick 4, up until last night, because tonight's draw's it's not occurred yet. But anyway, I've just done up to the 15 days on this from this month. I didn't go any further. That should make a decent example. The 3 9s coming down through. The pick 4 was 0 0, 7 the 7 up in the corner, the 0 here. Then of course the 9s have the like I've been saying, they have the same additive purposes as 0 does. And the pick 3 that day for the first was 0 1 1. And here's your 1s in a pattern with your 9, which would be your 0. And then your 7 was the lone number. That was the only time that showed up with 9s or the 1 or the 0 on this one. We go over to the third. The numbers were 0 4 7 8. There was one pattern showed up here, was with the 0s, and there's the 0s for the 0, the 4 for the 4, and then the 7s in a nice pattern for the 7, and then the 3, which is your mirror of the 8. So right there is pretty much your winning numbers for the pick 4. The third, the numbers were 2 3 1. There's your 3 and 1 of the pick 3, and then 1, of course, is the mirror for 2. The fourth, there was one pattern, which was here. The winning numbers for the pick 4 were 6 8 9 5. There's your 3 9s coming down through. There's your 6s in a nice pattern for the 6. Your 9s for the 9, and then your 3s all set out in a nice little pattern for your 3. Mirror is 8. Then you have your, I guess, the extra 9 or the 0 up in the corner for your 0 or the 5. Reading these, you'll have to take into account that with the additive purposes of 0 and 9, the mirror for 0, according to the study that I've done on numbers, is 5, and the mirror for 9 is 6. So if 9 and 0 have the same additive purposes, their mirrors should be, there should be something that's, something connects those numbers. I'm just not sure what. But anyway, right there is at least, 6 8 9 5. There's 6, 3 for 8, 9 for 9, 0 for 5. Go to the 6th. The 5th, there was no pattern coming down through, and the 2nd, there was no pattern coming down through. The 12th, there was no pattern coming down through. The 6th, there were 3 patterns that showed up. Here's one of them with zeros all the way down. There's 4 and 9, 4 and 9. For the 4, 9, and then your 1's down here. For the 1, mirror of 2. And then you had 6's in a nice pattern. 6 here for the mirror of 9. So all the numbers that showed up in the Pick 4 are right in a nice little pattern here. These are the same numbers as here, and the same pattern again here. So this pattern, the same exact pattern, showed up 3 times in this workout for 4929. And Pick 3 numbers for the 6th were 543. The extra number this time was the up here in the corner, so there's the 5 and the 4. And the only thing I can figure is, because it does crazy things, it's always some kind of like 7 and 1 here is 8, which would be the mirror for 3. 7 and 1 here is 8, the mirror for 3. 7 and 1 is 8, the mirror for 3. So there's 5 and 4, 5 and 4, 3 here, and 3 here, except it would be 8, so you'd have to play the mirrors. But this ain't about the mirrors, it's the patterns that these show up, and then these patterns showing up here as the winning numbers. It's just something that I cannot understand why. We go to the 7th. There was three cubes that it showed up in. Here's one of them. 3423 was the winning Pick 4 numbers that day. There's 4 and 2, 4 and 2, 4 and 2. And that only leaves 3s. There's the 6 sitting by itself in the corner. And 3 and 3 is 6. Why it wasn't a 3 or an 8, I do not know. But if you go from this corner to this corner, that's 6 and 2, that's 8, which is the mirror of 3. So there's 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. There's the 8 that way. The 6 is 3 and 3 is 6. 3, 4, 2, 3. Over here, 3, 4, 2, 3. Again, you got the 7 and 1 and the 8. 7 and 5 is 12, which is 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So there's 8. 8 that way, 8 that way. That's 3. 7 and 5 is 12, which is 3. And there's the 4. 1 is the mirror of 2. And then finally, yeah, 3 patterns here. Same pattern here, that is here. And the winning Pick 3 numbers for the 7th were 958. There's the 5s. There's the 9. And then 6 and 2 is 8. 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 If you'll look, pretty much every draw, there's a chart that's actually uploaded on Lottery Post that you can download. There's the 8, the mirrors over here. There's the 4 and the 4 showing up. 8, 4, 1, there's the 3, the mirror for, there's the 8, the mirror for 8, the 8, 7, which is the mirror of 4, and 2, which is the mirror of 1. There's 5 here, 0, which are mirrors, and that's about it, except for the 6 and the 9, which are, like I said, have the same additive purposes as 0, the 9 does. But anyway, we'll go to the 8 here. There's 2 patterns. Winning numbers were 8153. Here's the 5s. The 8. 8 and 0 is 8. So 8 and 5 is showing. That leaves 1 and 3. Is the only numbers that are not showing here. But what's 1 plus 3? 4. 4 is all over through there. So 8, and then 1 and 3, 5 here, 8, 1, 5, 3. And where's the other pattern? Here we go. 8, 1, 5, 3. The mirrors are above here with 3, 2, 0, 8. There's 3, 2, 0, 8. 3, 2, 0, 8. 3 and 8 are here. They're both mirrors, you can see. And the 1s are all over. Right there is your pick 4 numbers for the 8th. Kind of crazy, the 8th, and then everything's 8 there. And the pick 3 numbers for the 8th were 8081. There's your zeros coming down through. 81, 81, 31, 31, which is here and here, or here and here. Your 2, like I said, is the mirror for the 1. It's not so much that it's, to me, it's just something that I don't understand. I can see it. Maybe I'm making more out of it than it is. But to me, that's just, it just happens too many times. See, there was 2 patterns there. The 9th, there was 1 pattern, which is here. 5740. There's your 5 and 4. There's your 7, and then your 0. And you can see that this is pretty much the opposite. If you folded this over, it would land here, the 1 would land here, the 9 would land here, the 4 would land here, so it would fold up perfectly and match up. So there's 5407, and then you have your 9s here, which are, like I said, the additive of same additive purpose as a 0. And the pick 3 that day was 1, 2, 3. 7, 5 again is 12, which is 3. Then you have 1 and 1, and 2 is the mirror of 1. So there's 3, which is 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3. And this may be wrong. That's just the way that my brain sees it and deciphers it. That's all I can say about it. The 10th, 7733. Mark this one, how many patterns there was that shows up, so I'll have to find it real quick. Here. Again, this top corner to this corner, 7 and 5 is 12 is 3. 4 is the mirror for 7, as you can see here. 6 and 1 is 7. 6 and 1 is 7. 6 and 1 is 7. 7. And then 7 and 1 is 8. It's just 3. And the pick 3 numbers for the 10th were 2, 4, 3. So we have 2 here, 7, which is 4. And there's your 4. 7, 5, and 12 is 3. 2, 4, 3. The 11th, there were 3 patterns. And it's here, here, and here. Okay, the 11th was 1070. Here's your ones, and 7 and 1 is 8, but the ones like these that are kind of a little trickier to look at for me, especially trying to pick. I would have been looking at the 8 and 1s and the 9s and the 2s for this one. So what I actually got right would have been the 1 if I was just using that one. And then the 3 and the 6 and the 9 on this one. But down here we have the 4s for the 7. Your 0 is coming up through your 0 in the corner. 8 and 0 is of course 8, which is 7 and 1 is 8. So maybe that's something that I need to start. Maybe that's something else I need to program over here. When the patterns show up like this, go from corner to corner, or from this corner to this corner, add it and sum it, and have it show it. The 12th, let's see, what was the pick 3? What was we at on the 11th? Yes. The 11th pick 3 numbers was 583, and that one's pretty simple there. There's the 0 and the 3, 5, 8, and 3, 2 and 1, 3, and 2 and 1 is 3. And I see here that with the 9s, the 2 and the 0 does not match, except for on the pick 4. So maybe that's something I'll make a mental note on. There's your 3s for your 8, and then the 6 doesn't match anything on that one. And you just have the 8 here, which is the mirror, and then 0 up in the corner, which is 5. The 13th, there was no matches. There was no pattern with the 0 and the 9 on the 12th. So the 13th, the numbers was 2035. And there's your 5 showing up with a 0 in the corner. The 8 from corner to corner was 8. So there's your 8. So we have 2035. We have 8 here and 5 here, but no 2 and 3. But 2 and 3 is 5. Down here you have your patterns with the 2. 2035. You can pretty well see it in all the other patterns. Right there's actually pretty close to the winning numbers. There's your 2, your 5 for the 0, the 3, and then the 5. And if you come right here, right there is your exact winning numbers. There's your winning numbers all over this one. Your winning numbers pretty much all over there. Here is the exact same one, so the winning numbers showed up twice perfectly here. And the pick 3 for the 13th were 855. 8, 5 and 5, 5 and 5. 4 and 4 is 8, 4 and 4 is 8, 4 and 4, 4 and 4, 4 and 4, and away you go with that one. And then the 14th, you have 1514, which was the winning numbers. 2 patterns here were showing. There's the 0s, there's the 1, the 4, the 5, and then the 4, 1514. There's your 1, the 4, the 5, and 7 and 3 is 10, which is 1. So there's 2 1s in this one, doubles. 7, 3, and 10 is 1. 7, 3, and 10 is 1. 7, 3, and 10 is 1. 1, 0, or 5 and 4. Down here it happens again. There's your 2, which is the mirror for the 1. Your 5 and 4 pattern together. Your 4 and 2 match together. The 4 and 2 match together. There you can see the 4 and the 2 matched together. It's just, I don't know, I wish I could understand it better. And like I said, maybe I'm just looking at it. Maybe somebody else can look at it and tell me it's just the way I'm seeing it, or maybe somebody can look at it and tell me that it's that they're actually seeing something that I am too. 14th, the pick 3 numbers were 003. 6 and 2 is 8, which is 3. 0, 0, 6, 2, 8 is 3. There's your zeros coming down. There's your 3s there. 7, 1 is 8, which is the mirror of 3. But you can see the 4s and the 1s. And then the 5 always sitting. There's always ones like it's sitting by itself. But your numbers, other numbers are there. It just seems to me that the numbers that are showing up in the pick 4 and the pick 3 are showing up as patterns some way, somehow. Right there's 3 of your pick 4 numbers. And there's 3 of them again. It just seems to happen every game with this. There's a good one that shows the numbers. There's a full cube with the mirrors. 2027, 2027. There's your 2s, your 7s, your 07, and your 2, which is 1514 mirrored. I don't know. You don't get much feedback when you're looking at it through your own eyes and not hearing anything, so it's hard to say. Maybe I'm just looking at it crazy. I don't know. It just looks odd to me. Alright. Thank you.